Okay. So I think everyone have a basic idea regarding simple interest. Okay. So I want to give a basic definition regarding simple interest. So simple interest is if the interest on a sum of money is 1 by x of the principal and the number of years is equal to the rate of interest, then rate can be calculated using the formula that is root over 100 by x. If we want to derive this formula, then derivation will be like this way: simple interest equal to PRT by 100. Okay, and SI, that is simple interest, that is PI x and T assigned to R. So if we derive it, then it will become P by x equal to PRT by 100, that is R square equal to 100 by x. It will give you R assigned to root over 100 by x. Okay, so I'm just giving you the basic definition. That is simple interest means, based on, first we need to understand what is PRT. P means principal amount, how much amount we have taken, how much amount, our main amount, how much, that one is principal amount. R means rate of interest, with how much rate of interest we are taking that amount. And T means time, for how many years we are taking that amount. Okay, and we need to divide it by 100, that is simple interest. Okay, simple interest and compound interest have a basic difference between these two. That is, if we go for simple interest, your rate of interest will same only, no matter you have taken how, that principal amount for how many years, doesn't matter, but rate of interest will become same only on the same amount, principal amount only. Okay, so this one I have shown derivation part only. Okay, but you need to understand that you need to learn only the formula, that is simple interest, that is SI equal to PRT by 100. That is very important formula, and every time remember this formula you need to use for solving problems. Okay, so you need to write the formula. And during my class there is one more important advice to you: everyone should bring one copy. Okay, and you just write all the formula, and whenever I say that this one is important, you need to write in your copy. So you should write in your copy all those points, then only you can easily this CSAT paper will be very easy for you guys. Okay, so let's go for simple problem. That is, the interest of a sum of money is 1 by 16th of the principal, and the number of year is equal to the rate of interest. What is the rate percent? So we need to find the rate percent, that is rate of interest we need to find. Okay, so first, according to question, that is, using the above concept, r equal to become what? R equal to root over 100 by x. Already we have defined it in earlier derivation. R equal to root over 100 by x. This is your formula. From PRT by 100 only we got the formula, that is R equal to root over 100 by x. So this one formula we will use here. Okay, R equal to root over 100 by x. Here we need to write R equal to root over 100 by 16. Why we have written here 16? Because given that sum of money, that is 1 by 16th. So that's why we have written 100 by 16. Instead of x, we have written 16. Okay, so though 100 by 16, if we calculate that root over 100 by 16, then you will get 5 by 2. That is, and though it is a rate of interest, so always we need to use percentage. So R will become 5 by 2%. Okay, next is the rate of interest for T1 years is R1%. That is, we are taking T1 years. Say for example, you are taking 1 year interest, you are taking a sum of money for 1 year. So if it is 1 year, then rate of interest will become 1%, say. So if it is T2, then rate of interest will become R2, then T2 years for R3%. And if a man gets interest of RX, then total number will become, that is T1 plus T2 plus T3 equal assigned to n years. The principal is given by x into 100 divided by R1 into T1 plus R2 into T2 plus R3 into T3. So derivation for this result, that is, we know that SI, simple interest formula, is PRN or PRT or PRS, you can say PRS by 100, then x into 100 equal to P of T1 R1 plus T2 R2 plus T3 R3. And if we calculate this part, then P assigned to x into 100 by T1 R1 plus T2 R2 plus T2 T3 R3. So there is another question, that is the rate of interest for 3 years is 4%, 5 years is 6%, 1 year is 5%. If a man gets interest of rupees 4,700 for 9 years, calculate the principal amount. So first we need to understand the questions. The rate of interest for 3 years is, there is some money, that amount we don't know, we don't have any idea regarding the amount, but rate of interest given and year also given. So for first, if we take that particular amount for 3 years, then rate of interest will be 4%. If it is for 5 years, then rate of interest will be 6%, and if it is 1 year, then rate of interest will be 5%. So now if a man gets interest of rupees 4,700 for 9 years, that means he has taken that amount for 9 years and he has given rate of interest as a rate of interest. He has given money as a 4,700. So what will be the principal amount? So let's check. That is, we know that P assigned to, already we have derived that P assigned to, if there are three ways, three structure of rate of interest, then we can write the formula, that is P equal to x into 100 by T1 into R1 plus T2 into R2 plus T3 into R3. So that is P equal to what? X amount, X, that is X stands for your total amount of rate of interest, that amount. So amount we have written, that is total, according to question already given, that 4,700, that amount that particular person has given for 9 years. So we have written 4,700. 100 will be directly come according to formula. And first T1 R1, that is for first 3 years, it is given that time, that is 3 years, and rate of interest, that is 4%. So that's why we have written 3 into 4. Again T2, time, that is 5 years, and rate of interest, that will become 6%. So that's why we have written 5 into 6. And T3 R3, that is time, that is 1 year, and rate of interest, that is 5%. So we have written this. So if we calculate this part, then we will get amount, total amount, that is 10,000 rupees. Rupees 10,000 we will get. So these will be the answer for first one part, that first question. Okay, so there are some tips, tricks, and results. So these are important. So if a sum of money becomes X times in a year at simple rate of interest, then the rate is calculated as R assigned to, or R equal to 100 of X minus 1 by N percentage. So these are the important formula. You need to learn this formula, and you need to learn also where we need to use all those formula. These are shortcut formula only. In your school time, you have learned only SI. Simple interest formula is SI equal to PNR by 100. But if you learn that one formula only, so using that formula, if you try to find out all those problem, all those numerical problem, if you want to solve, that time it will take lots of time. So for that you need to learn many other formula also. Through that you can, within using few minutes only, you can calculate lots of problems. Okay, so this one, your another formula, that is R equal to 100 of X minus 1 by N percentage. Okay, so derivation for this result, that is A equal to P plus PRT by 100, where P equal to principal amount, R equal to rate of interest, and T equal to time. If the amount becomes X times of principal, if your amount, whatever amount you have taken, that one amount or rate of interest will become X times of principal, then what will become the formula? Formula will become XP equal to P plus PRT by 100, that is we can take common, that is P of X minus 1 equal to PRT by 100, and then R equal to 100 of X minus 1 by N percentage. So this one your formula, and using this formula we can solve some numerical also. So a sum of money becomes 4 times in 20 years. Calculate the rate of interest. Means there is a amount, okay, and that one amount become 4 times after 20 years. So what will be the rate of interest? We need to find the rate of interest. Okay. So using the result, that is already we have find out the formula, that is r equal to 100 of x minus 1 by n percentage, or we instead of that formula here x will become what? X will become 4, because here it is given 4 times. Your sum of the amount become 4 times, so instead of x we can write 4. So it will become 100 of 4 minus 1 by 20, where n equal to what? Already we have learned that n equal to number of times, that is number of years. Here it is given like 20 years, so for that we have written 20. So if we calculate 100 of 4 minus 1 by 20, then we will get 15. Okay, so though it is rate of interest, so definitely it will become 15%. Okay, so simple interest tips and trick, that is tool tip 4. Earlier we have discussed tool tip 3, now it is tool tip 4. So if a sum of money becomes x times in a year at simple rate of interest, then the time is calculated as n equal to 100 of x minus 1 by r. These are the, this one is a tool tip 4. Okay. So if we want, if we go for derivation part, then it will become like a equal to p plus prt by 100. If the amount become x times of principal, then xp equal to p plus prt by 100. That will give you p of x minus 1 equal to prt by 100. That is n equal to 100 of x minus 1 by r. That is our formula. So using this formula, we will solve one problem. Problem is, a sum of money becomes 4 times in 20 years. Calculate the rate of interest. So using the above result, if we directly calculate, then r equal to 100 of x minus 1 by n percentage. So r equal to, already we got 100 of year, that total number of 4 times, though it is increases by 4 times, so 4 we have to write, and year, that is 20 years, so 20 we need to write, so it will become 15%. Okay, next is tool tip 4. So again, if the sum of money becomes x times in a year, in n years, at simple rate of interest, then the time is calculated as n equal to 100 of x minus 1 by r. So using that derivation part, if we go for derivation, then a equal to p plus prt by 100. If the amount becomes x times of principal, then xp equal to p plus prt by 100. That is p of x minus 1 equal to prt by 100. That is n equal to 100 of x minus 1 by r. So based on that, there is a so here there is an example, that is money become 4 times. So use n equal to 100 of x minus 1 by r percentage, then n equal to 100 of, though it is 4 times, so 4 minus 1 by 4. That will give you, if you calculate, then we will get 75 years. Next, simple interest tips for, that is tool tip 5. Okay, a sum was put at SI, that is simple interest. SI means simple interest, at a certain rate for n years. If the sum would have put at a r percentage higher rate, it could yield rupees x more. So the principal will be p equal to x into 100 by nr. That is principal amount we are getting. So derivation for this result will be SI equal to PNR by 100. So SI equal to P into R plus small r, that is capital R plus small r. Small r will be your rate of interest for higher rate, that is higher rate only, into N by 100. So difference of x is what? P of r plus small r, capital R plus small r into n by 100 minus p r n by 100 equal to x. That is the difference. So if we calculate that thing, then PRN by 100 plus PRN by 100 minus PRN by 100 equal to x. So P equal to x into 100 by n plus n into r. Okay, so that will be the difference between x, that is higher rate. One rate you have given, you have taken a sum of amount with the rate of percentage, and after that it became higher rate. So that time the difference, if we want to get the difference, so that time we can calculate using this formula. Next is a sum was put at SI at a certain rate of 3 years. If the sum would have put at a 2% higher rate, it would have yield rupees 900 more. What will be the principal? So use the above formula. Already we have learned P assigned to 100x by NR. Already we have learned principal amount. So instead of that principal amount, we can directly use the formula, that is 100 already given, and it will become 900 into 100 and 3 into 2. Why it is 3 into 2? Because n, that is year, so already according to question it is given 3 years, so that's why we have given 3. And r, that is rate of interest, and here it is given rate of interest, that is 2%, so that's why we have given 2. And x become 900. Why? Because we have given yield of rupees 900 more, so that's why we have given 900. So if we calculate this 900 into 100 by 3 into 2, then we will get output as 15,000. So 15,000 rupees. So this is the tooltip. So a reverse, the tooltip is a reverse of last one. A sum is put at SI a certain rate for n years. If the sum would have put at R% lower rate, it could yield rupees x less. So the principal will be P of x 100x into NR. Okay, so using that only we will get same value, that is already given. A sum was, this is reverse only, reverse formula. We have taken reverse formula, and using reverse formula only we can do same math. A sum was put at SI at a certain rate for 3 years. If the sum would have put at a 2% lower rate, it could yield rupees 900 less. What will be the principal? So already arrived formula, revised formula we have used. So using that revised formula, according to formula already we know that P equal to 100x by NR. So instead of x it will become 900, because 900 rupees yield, and 3, that is total number of years, and 2, that is rate of interest. So if we calculate the principal amount, automatically you will get, that is 15,000. Okay, so here I have discussed about simple interest, and these are the toughest question which one you will get during the CSAT exam. Okay, so this one presentation, or this one, these all slides you will get again. So if you have any doubt regarding these problems, then you can ask me, and only I have shared you some formula. Only using this formula only we can calculate. If you learn the formula, then automatically you can calculate all these problems. Okay, so let's start a basic some problems, and based on some simple interest and compound interest we'll solve some problem. That one I have already made one presentation, and based on that we will learn some basic simple interest and compound interest problems and their solutions. So That is simple interest. Already we have discussed simple interest is calculated on the principal or original amount of a loan. Whatever amount of loan you have taken, based on that only there will be a some interest, and that interest we need to give. That is simple interest. Say for example, I'm just giving you one example. You just try to understand based on this example. Say we have taken 100 rupees loan at a rate of interest that is 4% with 1 year. Okay, so after 1 year, when we need to return the amount, that time we will return amount that is 104. Though we have taken 4% interest, so 4% interest, that is 4 rupees in a year. So total amount you need to give, you need to return as 104. That is simple interest, simple concept. And if we go for compound interest, so compound interest is calculated on the principal amount and also on the accumulated interest of previous periods, and can thus be regarded as interest on interest. That is very interesting thing. Compound interest all over entire global market are nowadays is based on compound interest, and it's quite interesting. Okay, say for example, you have taken 100 rupees for 3 years. You have taken amount 100 rupees for 3 years. Okay, and rate of interest that is 4%. Fine. So 100 rupees you have taken, and that 100 rupees after 1 year, it become what? Your principal amount will become 104 rupees. So for second year, you need to pay your amount 4% interest. 4% interest will remain same, but that time your principal amount will become 104. So based on 104 only, you need to pay your amount. So that will become compound. Next year, after next year, it will become like 108 rupees. So based on 108 rupees, you need to give your 4% interest. Like this way it will keep continue. So that is called compound interest. If it is simple interest, your interest will become same based on your principal amount. Principal amount will also become same. But if it is compound interest, so every year after your time duration, automatically your interest will become more because your principal amount is increasing. That is the important thing. Okay, so there are already we have discussed about simple interest formula. Simple interest formula is very simple. That is SI equal to PIN or PNI. Okay, so that is stands for principal, I stands for interest, and N stands for terms of loan. Okay, that is how many years, for how many years you have taken that amount. Okay, so if simple interest is charged at 5% on a rupees 10,000 loan, then is taken out for 3 years, the total amount of the interest payable by the borrower is calculated as rupees 10,000 into 0.05 into 3 equal to 1,500. Okay, so let's check. Based on that formula, we just check that how it's become, how we can put the value for formula. So let's check. PNR, already we have learned that simple interest, that is PNR, okay, or PIN. Okay, so I, that is rate of interest, P, that is principal, and N, that is term of loan. So you have taken amount that is 10,000 rupees you have taken, and rate of interest your 5% rate of interest. Okay, 5%, for 5% rate of interest you have taken amount that is 10,000, and for how many years? For 3 years you have taken. So P, that is 10,000, R, that is I, that is 5%. So 5%, if we calculate 5%, 5% means what? 5 by 100, it will give you 0.05. Okay, and 3, that is directly it will come, n term, that is 3. So if we calculate, if we multiply 10,000 into 0.05 into 3, then you will get rupees, that is 1,500. So after 3 years, you need to pay how much amount? You need to pay amount that is 10,000 plus 1,500. Total amount you need to pay, that is 10,000 plus 1,500. That much amount you need to pay, though it is simple interest. Next, compound interest. So compound interest formula is quite different as simple interest. So the formula for calculating compound interest in a year is compound interest equal to P of 1 plus I into n minus P. Okay, here n equal to what? N equal to your number of years, for how many years you have taken your number of compounding periods of a year. Okay, that is n. And I equal to what? Interest rate for percentage terms. And P equal to what? P equal to principal amount. Okay, yeah, there are two formula I have given. There is one is compound interest P of 1 plus I into n minus P, and another is compound interest, that is equal to P of 1 plus I into n minus 1. 1, though I have given here 1, that means it is I have taken principal amount as a 1 only. So that's why I have given. Okay. So next, total value with compound interest. So P of 1 plus I by n. Here I have given nt. You just take this one nt as a exponent. Okay, that is power. Okay, so formula will be P of 1 plus I by n to the power nt minus P. That is compound interest. And if your principal amount, that is if we take as a 1, okay, so that time our compound interest will become P of 1 plus I by n whole thing to the power nt minus 1. Okay, so already you know P equal to what, I equal to what. Yeah, there is another two terms, that is nt. So n means number of compounding periods per year, compounding periods per year, and T equal to what? T equal to total number of years for the investing of loan. Okay, yeah, there is a certain point, that is why I have given nt. I can directly use T only. Okay, there is number of years, or n only I can directly use, but I have used nt because compounding period per year, that means it will change every year. It will change because your principal amount is changing, though it is compound interest. So you have taken amount that is 100 rupees with 4% for first year. Next time your principal amount will become what? Your principal amount will become 104. That time it will not stay as 100 rupees as your principal amount, though you have taken 4% interest, so your 4% interest will be added. So your original amount, that is principal amount, will become next time 104. So that's why we need to use NT. Okay, next is other compounding interest concepts. So yes, this one is very important, you need to learn, because during your exam sometimes direct question will come from simple interest or compound interest. Sometimes some tricky question will come. If it is tricky question, that time it may they will use like this one, that is time value money, DCF, they can use. Okay, so let's discuss about this time value of money. Since money is not free but has a cost in terms of interest payable, it follows that a dollar today is worth more than a dollar in the future. This concept is known as the time value of money and forms the basis of ad- relatively advanced technique like discount cash flow analysis. The opposite of compounding is known as discounting. The discount factor can be thought of as the reciprocal of the interest rate and is the factor by which a future value must be multiplied to get the present value. That is very important. I'm just giving you one advice. Say for example, nowadays we are if we want to go to buy 1 liter engine oil, then price will be in market price, it value around 170. Okay, but after 3 or 5 years, if you go for buying 1 year 1 liter of engine oil, so that time its value will become like 200 or more than that. That is, it is in compound interest only, its value is increasing. and that is called discount cash flow, that is DCF. And we need to learn in compound interest, it is very important. Okay, money value every time it is increasing. Okay, so the formulas for obtaining the future value FB, that is future value. What will be the future value? Nowadays we are getting 1 liter engine oil, that is cost is 170, and after certain time it will become, after 2 or 3 years it will become like 200 or 300. So how it will become? Using this formula only we can means we can calculate then after 2 years or 3 years what will be the price for engine oil, or like petrol. Okay, earlier we have bought petrol 1 liter like 60 rupees, but nowadays it's become more than 70 rupees, 75, 80, around now 80 rupees. Okay, after certain years we may buy petrol for 1 liter, that will cost around 100 rupees or more than that. So how it will increase, that one we can easily calculate using future value, that is formula is FB, and present value, that is PB. Okay, so formula is FB equal to what? FB into 1 plus I by n whole thing to the power nt. And if it is PB, then PB equal to what? FB divided by 1 plus I by n whole thing to the power nt. Where I already, you know guys, now interest rate in percentage terms. N equal to what? Number of compounding periods per year, and T equal to what? Total number of years for the investment or loan. Okay, so this one formula is very important. I think you should write in your copy this formula we need to use for solving some problems. Okay, so there are some examples I have given. So compounded, for example, the future value of dollar, that is 10,000. So future value, what will be the future value for dollar 10,000? So compounded at 5% annually for 3 years. If we take 5% annually for 3 years as a dollar 10,000, so what will be the value? That is 10,000 of 1 plus 5%, though it is 5%, that is 5 by 100, so it will give you 0.05, and though it is 3 years, so that's why we have given whole thing to the power 3. So if it is like that, then 10,000 into, if we add 1 plus 0.05 whole thing cube, then we will get value as 1.157625. So it will give you, that is dollar 11576.25, that is dollar 11,576.25. Okay, and present value of dollar 11,576, that is in reverse. Okay, we are going for reverse. Okay, so 11,576.25 discount at 5% for 3 years. So again we are we are checking that our formula is accurate or not. Okay, so 11,576.25 according to formula only we are giving, that is PV, and divided by 1 plus 0.05 whole thing cube, then dollar 11,576.25 by, if we calculate this one, then we will get 1.157625, that will give you dollar 10,000. So the reciprocal of 1.157625, which equals to 0.8638376, is the discount factor in this instance. Okay, so that is future value and present value. Formula I have shown you. Yeah, that compound interest, in which compound interest it will gradually increase, we need to find that one. Then also you can say petrol price after 10 years, how, what will be the petrol price? From now only you can calculate, but you need to check, manually, then for last 10 years how gradually petrol prices increases. If you check that one, and rate of interest if you find out, then after 10 years what will be the value of petrol price, that is 1 liter petrol price, what will be the value, that one also you can find out using this PB and FP, future value and present value. Okay, so I think I am clear about this future value and present value. Okay, So here there are some examples. So first one, based on these are actually based on simple interest and compound interest. So first one question is, amount of rupees 12,800 was invested by Mr. Rohan, dividing it into two different investing schemes, A and B, at a simple interest rate of 11% and 14%. What was the amount in Plan B if the amount of interest earned in 2 years was rupees 3,508? First, you need to understand the questions. Question is what? Total amount is 12,800. That amount was invested by whom? Mr. Rohan. Mr. Rohan has invested 12,800. That is your principal amount. And that amount is divided into two different investment. He has invested that amount in two way. First one scheme, that is A, and second one scheme, that is B. And most important thing, that is he has invested amount in simple interest, not compound interest. That is you need to check. It is very important. And interest is what? For scheme A, rate of interest for simple interest is 11%, and for scheme B, that is 14%. Okay. So what was the amount of Plan B? We need to find the amount of Plan B. Okay, how much amount he has invested for Plan B, and how we can earn, we can calculate, because already it is given that interest earned in 2 years. After 2 years, how much he has earned? He has earned 3,508. He has earned in Plan B. He has earned 3,500 and 3,508. He has earned. So first, we need to check that 3,508, that is what? That is your 14% interest. So let's start to solve the problem. So solution, let the sum invested in scheme A be rupees X, and the in the scheme B is rupees also 12,800 minus X. I think it's very simple. Already you have done during your school time. Okay. Say if though total amount we don't know in scheme A how much amount he has invested, in scheme B how much amount he has invested, that one we don't know. But total amount how much he has invested, that one we have know, that is 12,800. So if we take that in scheme A he has invested, that is X amount, so we can directly take that in scheme B how much he has invested. He has invested, that is total amount minus X. Fine, that will be the scheme B amount. So then formula, X into 14 into 2 divided by 100. X, that is your principal amount for scheme A, 14 that is rate of interest, and 2 that is years. Okay, 2 that is years. Next again 12,000 plus 12,800 minus X, that one we don't know. 11 that is your rate of interest, and 2 that is years, divided by 100 according to formula only, PNR by 100, PNR by 100. So we have written both, we have added, and after that we are getting amount, that is 3,508. That is our rate of interest and amount. Okay. So now if we calculate 14 into 2, that will give you 28x. 14 into 2 into x, that will give you 28x, minus this one will give you 11 into 2, that is n2x, that will give you 22x, and equal to what? We need to calculate, that is cross division multiplication. So that will give you 35, 3,50,800 minus 1,28,000, sorry, 12,800 into 22. So it, if we calculate, then it will give you 6x equal to 69,200, that is x equal to 11,533.33. So sum invested in scheme B, already we got the value of X, how much he has invested in X. So though we got X already, we have find out, we need to for plan B we need to deduct 12,800 minus X. So X value we got, so directly we can deduct 12,800 minus 11,533. That will give you total value, that is rupees 1,266.67. So that will be the answer. Okay, I think I'm very clear for you. Okay, and you can calculate this simple problem in your copy only. You will get to know. Okay, that problem calculation only, calculation part I have not shown. That calculation part I think you all can do by yourself only. Okay, I have done quite using some skip. Okay, so next is example 2. A lender claims to be lending at simple interest, but he adds the interest every 6 months in the calculation of principal. The rate of interest charged by him is 8%. What will be the effective rate of interest? First need to check the questions. A lender claims to be lending at simple interest. Question is based on simple interest. Okay, but he adds the interest in every 6 months, means in every 6 months he just added his interest, okay, of his principal amount. Okay, based on his principal amount he just added uh, interest in every 6 months. The rate of interest charged by him is 8%. Total rate of interest, that is 8%. What will be the effective rate of interest? We need to find out. So let the sum of rupees 100, we have taken value that is 100. Okay, that is sum of rupees. So simple interest in first 6 months will be what? Simple interest we know that is PNR. So P, that is we have taken amount that is 100, and that is 8 already given, 8% interest, and 1 year, though it is 1 year, so we have taken 1 into 100 by 100 into 2, so we will get value that is rupees 4. Simple interest for last 6 months means second in a year, second 6 months, so that is 104. That time it will be added, that 4%, 4 rupees that will be added. Already I have discussed that, though I have taken 100 rupees for 1 year's 4%, so in second year it will become 104. That will be our principal amount. So here though 4 rupees will be after 6 months, 4 rupees will be your interest. So for next 6 months it your principal amount will become 104, and rate of interest will become same only 8. Year will become same, that is 1 into 100 into 2, so we will get value that is interest will become what? 4.16. The amount at the end of 1 year, okay, it will become what? We need to add both 4 plus 4, that will give you 8 plus 1.6. So if we add it, that is 100 plus 5 plus 4.15, that will give you rupees 109.16. Effective rate, that is 109.16 minus 100, that is 9.16. So 9.16 will be the effective rate of interest. I think I'm clear for you guys. Okay, it's a very simple interest means every time you are just increasing. First 6 months you have taken a interest, second 6 months you have taken another interest. So in a year if you directly take 9.1816%, then also you will get same amount. Okay, that amount you will directly get, no need to give like 6 months for this much of percentage, 6 months for another percentage. Directly if he will give like 9.16% and he will landed that amount, then automatically he will get the value. That is only. Okay, so next is the rate of interest is by a bank is 10% compounded annually, that is compound interest. A sum of rupees 10,000 is deposited by a person in his account. If the sum isn't withdrawn, then what will be the balance of his account after 4 years? The rate of interest, that is what? Bank interest 10%. Okay, that is how many years? Annually. Annually means in a year 10% interest bank is taking. Okay, so sum of amount bank has given how much, that is 10,000. We have deposited a person in his account, he has deposited a person has deposited 10,000 in a bank. Okay, and he didn't withdraw any amount, then after 4 years how much amount he will get? So let's check solution. Though he has given 10,000 after 4 years, so it will become, according to formula only, if we put this one in a formula, then 10,000 into 1 plus 10 by 100 whole thing to the power 4. So if we calculate this part, then we will get 10,000 in of 11 by 10 whole thing to the power 4, that will give you value, that is 14,641. But if it is for 3 years, so 10,000 of 1 plus 10 by 100 whole thing to the power 3, that will give you 10,000 of 100 by 10 whole thing to the power 3, that will give you 13,310. If it is for 2 years, then after 2 years it will become 10,000 of 1 plus 10 by 100 whole thing to the power 2, that will give you 10,000 of 11 by 10 whole thing to the power 2, that will, if we calculate this much, then you will get like 12,100. And if it is after 1 year, then 10,000 after 1 year it will become 10,000 of 1 plus 10 by 100 whole thing to the power 1, that will give you 10,000 of 11 by 10, that will give you 11,000. So total amount after 4 years will become what? 14,641 plus 13,310 plus 12,100 plus 11,000, that will give you total amount, that is 51,051. This is called compound interest. If it is simple interest, so you will get only that much of money, that is 14,641. Though you are giving, you have given your amount for 4 years, so direct interest only you will get. But though it is compound interest, so every time it will be compounded, your money, your principal amount will be compounded, and from that only you will get the output. So that's why your 10,000 rupees after 4 years it becomes 51,051. That is the compound interest for 4 years. Okay, so hopefully I'm clear for everyone. Next, so next is, a town has a population of 30,000. The population decreases by 10%, 10 per thousand per year. What will be the population after 2 years? So first check the question, that is total population is 30,000 and the population decreases by 10 per thousand per year, means in a thousand population 10 people are decreasing in a year. Okay, so we need to find after 2 years what will be the population, that one we need to find. So that is also in simple interest, that is R equal to 10 into 100 by 1000, that will give you 1%, because percentage is calculated for 20 per thousand. So population after 2 years will be P of 1 minus R by 100 whole thing to the power T, that is 30,000 of 1 minus 1 by 100 whole thing square, that will give you 30,000, 1 minus 1, that will give you 99 by 100, that is whole thing square, it will give you 29. It should be actually 100, 100 minus 1, so 29,403. Okay, that is simple problem only. Okay, next is the times required for a sum of money to amount to 5 times itself at 16% simple interest per annum. PM means per annum will be. So let's check. So time required, let's the sum of money rupees, though total amount we not given, so we need to take a variable. So let the sum of money be rupees X and the times required to amount to 5 times itself be T years. There is total time we have taken, though total time also not given, so we have taken total times 5 years, that is T years. Okay, So the interest in t years should be rupees 4x. Okay. So in case of simple interest, we know simple interest already formula we know, that is PTR by 100, that is simple interest. So where already you know guys, P equal to principal amount, T equal to duration of years, and I equal to rate of interest, and SI equal to total simple interest. So directly we can write that is XTR equal to 4%, that is 4x. Okay, x t into r, that is already given 16% rate of interest, so that's why we have given 16% equal to 4x. So if we calculate t into that x will be cancel, that is left hand side and right hand side, so x will be cancelled. So t into 16%, that is 16 by 100 equal to 4. So t equal to what? It will become like 400 by 16, and it will give you 25. That is the required time is 25 years. Okay. Next is the rate of simple interest per annum at which a sum of money doubles itself in 16 to 2/3 years is. Okay. So the rate of interest per annum at which a sum of money given, that is sum of money based on sum of money years will be 16 to 3rd years. Okay. So principal amount though it is not given, so we have taken let the principal amount be P. So now the amount A after 16 to 3rd years is double, hence amount is 2P. So I equal to PR into T by 100, where P equal to principal amount, R equal to rate of interest, and T equal to time years, and time years is given, that is 16 to 3rd. If we calculate 16 to 3rd, that is mixed fraction to fraction, if we convert, then we will get 50 by 3. You know how to calculate mixed fraction to fraction, so I'm not discussing about that. So I equal to simple interest. So amount already, this one also another formula you need to write in your copy. If we want to find the total amount, then amount equal to I plus P. I equal to simple interest, that is, and P equal to your principal amount. Okay. So amount, that is formula is amount equal to I plus P. So according to the questions, if we put the formula, then A equal to P plus PRT by 100, then P, though there is a 2P's, so we can directly add it. 2P equal to P plus P plus P into RT by 100. Then P equal to P into R into T by 100, then it will give you R equal to 100 by T, then R equal to 100 into T value already we got it, that is 3 by 50. So R become what? 6%. Okay, that is the rate of interest for this problem. Next is, that is, in how many years will a sum of rupees 400 yield a simple interest of rupees 1440 at 12% per annum? So we know that the formula for simple interest, that is SI equal to PRT by 100. So directly we need to put simple interest already given, that is simple interest is according to formula 1440, and principal amount already given, that is principal amount 4000, and time, though time is not given, we need to find the time, so we can give question marks, and rate of interest is given, that is 12%, so we have written 12%. So there is a formula, that is PRT by 100, SI equal to PRT by 100. If you want to find the T only, so directly you can write like T into T equal to what? PR by SI into 100. Directly you can write. Okay. Or else you can calculate like substituting the value of formula. Directly you just write the formula, that is SI equal to PRT by 100, and you just put the value of all values. Like SI value is 1440, P value is 4000, R value is 12, and T we don't know, so we have written T, and 100 will come directly. So from that only 1440 into equal to what? 4000 into 12 into T by 100. So it will give you T equal to what? 12 by 4, that is 3 years. You can calculate. Here I have skipped 2-3 lines. That one you can calculate by yourself only. Okay, then only you will get the value of t equal to 3 years. So total years is 3. This kind of question, these are very simple questions. Okay, so you may not be get this kind of question, but earlier whatever question we have discussed, like that, based on that question you may get this kind of question only. And sometime if you will get these questions, then that means you are very lucky for that you are getting this kind of questions. Okay, next is simple interest problem with solutions. Okay, so here I have given some multiple choice questions. Okay, earlier we have discussed about descriptive type question. Now we are discussing some objective type question, that is choose uh, choice. There are some choice we need to find. So like this you will get problems in your final exam. Okay, paper 2 you will get questions. So the simple interest on a certain sum of money for 2 of 1 by 2 years at 12% per annum is rupees 40 less than the simple interest on the same sum for 3 of 1 by 2 years at 10% per annum. Find the sum. Okay, so I'm just explaining, though I have explained all this answer, but you need to do by yourself. Okay, all this problem you need to do by yourself, and you need to understand also questions. What are the questions? That one questions you need to understand. So the simple interest on a certain sum of money, that is 2 of 1 by 2 years. Okay, at 12% per annum. Okay, it is given 12% per annum for 2 of 1 by 2 years, that is 2.5 years. Okay, and again for annum rupees 40 less. If it is 40 less, the simple interest of same sum for 3 of half years, that is 3.5 years, and it will become, your percentage will become that time, that is 10%. So we need to find the sum total amount. So let's check. Answer is D. Here given option, that is 600, 666, 780 and 800. So answer is D, that is 800. How? Let's check. Then we can write like x into 10 into 7 divided by 100 into 2 minus x into 12 into 5 divided by 100 into 2. That will give you 40. Let's check why it is we have written x into 10 into 7, because it is given like uh, that is simple interest, that 2 of half years, that is 12% per annum. Okay, so that's why we have written this one, that is x into 10 into 7. And next one we have written there, it is given like 12, so that's why we have written x into 12 into 5. So if we calculate this, then we will get 40. This can be written as 7x by 20 minus 3x by 10, that will give you 40. Therefore we have x equal to rupees 800, hence the sum is rupees 800. Okay, next question. A certain amount become rupees 5760 in 2 years. There is a certain amount, that is total amount is 5760. For how many years? Time is 2 years. And rupees 6912 in how many years? 3 years. What will be the principal amount and the rate of interest? We need to find principal amount and the rate of interest. Okay, so option given, there is 5000, 1152, 5760, and last one is 4000. So we need to find. Okay, so first we need to check that a certain amount becomes, there is a certain amount, that is we don't know, but that amount become what? 5760 after what? After 2 years. Okay, and rupees 6912 also it become when? After 3 years. First in 2 years it become 5760, and in 3 years it become 6912. So we need to find now. So the amount given, okay, and also years given, that is time given. So how we can calculate? Rate of interest for 1 year, okay, that is 100 into 1152 by 5760 into 1 equal to 20%. Okay, we are getting directly 1 year. 1 year means 2 years, that is given 5,760, and 3 years, that is given 6,912. So from that there is a gaping between 1 year. So that one only we are finding that in 1 year how much percentage the rate of interest increases, that is 100 into 1152 by 5760 into 1, that will give you 20%. 20% it is increasing. So let's the principal amount we have taken like P. So then principal equal to what? P of n plus 20 by 100 whole thing square, that is in 2 years. Okay, so that will give you 5760. So solving which gives principal, that is 4000. If we solve this concept, this formula only, from this formula only, if we solve for P value, then we will get value as 4000. I have not shown here. You can calculate this portion, this part you can calculate, and if we calculate, then you will definitely get P value will become 4000. Already I have shown in earlier problems how to find P. So from that concept only you can find here also the P value. If you find the value of P, then definitely you will get value of P, that is 4000. Next is, what is the rate of simple interest? There is a two point, that is first one is the total interest earned was rupees 4000, and second part is the sum was invested for 4 years. Total interest earned, how much interest he has earned? He has earned interest, for interest only he has earned 4000. And how much that amount, for how many years he has invested? He has invested that amount for 4 years. So we need to find the rate of simple interest. Okay, so there are some options given like I alone sufficient, while 2 alone not sufficient to answer. Then 2 alone sufficient, while I means number 1 alone not sufficient to answer. Either 1 or 2 alone sufficient to answer. Both 1 and 2 are not sufficient to answer. And last one option is both 1 and 2 are necessary to answer. Okay, so let's check. So now number 1 gives what? SI equal to rupees 4000. First one given what? Simple interest, that is 4000 given, and number 2 given 4 years, and number 2 that is time given, that is 4 years. So but P is unknown, principal amount is unknown, so we cannot find R. Definitely, so principal amount is unknown, so definitely we can find the rate of interest. So given data is insufficient to get R. Based on this data we can't find the R value. Okay, so that is answer E. Okay, both 1 and 2 are not sufficient to get the value. Okay, so like this kind of question may you will get during the exam, and these are tricky questions. Okay, and very important questions. Next is, find the compound interest on 3000 at 5% for 2 years compounded annually. This one question, direct questions. And I think, no, though you got the formula of compound interest directly, if you put the value, every value if you put, then directly you can calculate the compound interest value. Okay, and it's a direct question, and during exam you may will get this kind of question also. If you will get this kind of questions, so it will become very easy to find the answer. Okay, proper answer. So now let's check. Compound interest given, we need to find the compound interest, and amount given, that is 3000, and rate of interest given, that is 5%, and time also given, that is 2 years. Okay, and compounded annually means every time your rate of interest is compounded. Okay, and option given, that is 307.5. Next option is 3307.5. Next option is 3000.5, and last one is 3100. Okay, so let's check the answer. So CI equal to 3307.5 minus 3000, that will give you rupees 3007.5. Okay, I have given direct answer, direct solution only I have given, because already we have discussed in earlier part, that is how to find CI, simple interest, how to find, already we have discussed. Okay, p into 1 plus 1 by 100 whole thing to the power t, if we calculate, then only you will get the value, that is 3307. Directly you need to put the value, that is principal value is given, p 3000, rate of interest given, years given, so directly you need to put the value in the formula. Okay, and if you put the value in the formula, then you will get value, that is 3307, that is CI. Okay, total interest, compound interest, so compound interest, and after, though we know principal amount, that is 3000, so if we deduct it, then directly we will get the compound interest, what will be the compound interest for these 2 years. Okay, and next, this one question, that is last question, a man took a loan from a bank at the rate of 12% per annum. Simple interest, after 3 years he had to pay rupees 5400. Interest only for the period. The principal amount borrowed by him was rupees 12,000, rupees number A option, number B, that is rupees 11,000, number C, that is 14,000, and number D, that is 15,000. So first let's check the uh, questions. So question is, what a person who has taken loan from the bank and rate of interest, that is 12% per annum. Yearly he has to pay 12% for the principal amount. And simple interest, after 3 years he had to pay. The total simple interest after 3 years will be what? 5,400 interest only for the period, means within the 3 years, after 3 years he need to pay this 5400 for as a simple interest only, as a interest only he need to pay 5400. So we need to find what? We need to find the principal amount borrowed by him. How much amount he has borrowed, that one we need to find. Yeah, I'm giving you one tricky solution. That one also sometime it may work. You can take any one amount as a principal amount, and you can directly put it as a formula, that is SI formula is PNR by 100. So you just put the value as a P 12,000 in, you just calculate. If you will get simple interest, that is 5400, then also it will become your answer. Okay, but it become quite time taking. Okay, that time you need to check for all four. Okay, first time if you directly get the proper answer, and if you put it value, then you will get the simple interest, and your result will become okay, and okay, fine. But if you need to check every time, every all four, so it will take lots of time. So for that there is another formula, that is directly you need to use the formula. Okay, p value from SI interest, there is a simple interest, there is a formula, that is PNR by 100. And that how to find p, that is if we want to find the p, then directly we need to multiply NR by SI into 100. If we multiply, then only you will get p value. So that one I have done here. The principal, if we want to find, then that is NR by what? 100 SI into 100. So SI, that is given simple interest 5400, and 100 we need to multiply according to formula. And N, that is given rate of number of periods, that is 3 years, and rate of interest, that is 12. So directly I have multiplied 12 into 3 and 100 into 5400. If we calculate that 5400 into 100, then you will get something below like 540000 divided by 12 into 3, that is 48. Sorry, yes, 48. So after calculating this part, you will get value as 15,000. So that will be the final result. Okay.